Hey everyone, welcome back to 25 Sweet Peas. Today for you, I'm going to be swatching a new to me Orly collection. This actually just came out within the last 2 months or so. This is their All Tangled Up Breathable collection, which if you are not familiar with Breathable, this is also my first time trying the Breathable collection. Basically, this is their collection that they release as a treatment plus color. It says it's a one-step nail color, no base coat or top coat needed, a salon quality manicure at home with a breathable formula that prevents chipping and peeling, lasts longer, and it provides you with stronger, healthier looking nails, and it's infused with argan oil, provitamin B5, and vitamin C. So while I can't attest to any of those things because I have not tried it for any amount of time, I am swatching them today, and I can say right off the bat that I really like these. They're very much just like their normal Orly polishes with a great brush, great formulas, and so consistent. So first up, we're checking out the Snuggle is Real, and this is like a really pretty muted purpley dusty shade, and like as I said, it has a great brush. The formula is excellent. It applies perfectly in 2 coats, and I just love their brushes because it makes it so nice to have a nice cuticle line too. The next shade we have is called Don't Leave Me Hangin', and I also just wanted to say, like, this whole collection feels like a very nice winter collection. It's not just Christmas by any means, it definitely has a winter feel to it. So this is kind of like your mossy muted green shade, which is my preferred green. I can't speak. My preferred green sort of shade for this time of year. It is really pretty and has an excellent formula and covered perfectly in 2 coats. Then the next shade is like your darker, more evergreen-like green, and this is called Pining for You. Pine, like the pine tree, and it does very much look like a pine tree, like maybe a blue spruce pine tree. It has like a blue tone to it, I would say. And again, it's perfect formula. It's almost really good in 1 coat, but I went ahead and did it 2 coats to really feel complete and just to cover up, like, I think at the very tip of my nail, like I can still see through a bit. So 2 coats is perfect. The next shade we have is called Diamond Potential, and this is a black. However, it is not like you were like 100% pure black. I feel like it has a gray element in it, a bit more charcoaly, which is really nice because it does change it up from being a normal black polish. And it covered really well in 2 coats. And I really like the shade of black because it is different and it just has a very classy like look to it, and it looks just really nice on. Then the next shade we have is called Love at Frost Sight, and this one is kind of along the same shade as the last one, but more of a metallic-y pearly-like finish. So it pulls even more so gray, but it definitely has that black element there. It's actually like really, really good in 1 coat. Like you could be done if you were in a hurry, but I went ahead and did 2 coats to feel full and complete. Definitely, since these technically don't require a top coat, even though I realistically would probably go ahead and use a top coat, I would definitely just do 2 coats for that purpose. And it looks really nice, and there were no like brush strokes, which is really important with that sort of finish. Then the last shade is called Let's Get Fizz-icle, which is a fun name. And this is first I wasn't sure I was gonna like it because I was like, oh, it's pearly, but it's more flexed, I would say, than a pearly polish. Like it's more spaced out pearly elements to it rather than looking like one piece of pearliness. Does that make any sense to anybody? I hope it does. It's just it's much prettier than your traditional pearl polish in my opinion, because it does have that more segmented texture like look. There's no actual texture to it like to touch, but I'm just like talking about the overall appearance of it. And it's kind of like a creamy white shade with that frosty like tone to it. So overall, this collection is really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It did apply really nice to the bare nail. It had like no issues not having a base coat or anything. So I get that element of it, but of course I have just used a base coat and a top coat for so long, and with darker colors I'm always like afraid to not use a base coat. So I feel like even though these don't have to have one, I would probably still go ahead and use one. So that's like my little take on it, but this is also like nice to know that they have those elements like the vitamins and everything in it, because to me, like if you're using a polish that has vitamins in it and you put a base coat on top of your nail, like those vitamins aren't really going to be doing anything because they're just sitting on top of a base coat. So it makes sense that these are ones that they would say to use without one. So that's just sort of my take on everything. I feel like if I were in a pinch and I knew that this was like also good for my nails and I didn't have time for a base or a top, I would totally go ahead and use these, because knowing that feature would just have me more likely to grab for it. So I think that is really cool. And yeah, I think that covers everything. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, or opinions on these polishes and this sort of breathable collection that Orly has ongoing, it's independent of their normal collection. Sometimes they release polishes in both, but sometimes they have completely different collections, which I think is really cool because it gives you about 12 new polishes per season, and they're usually staggered a little bit too, so you get more polish releases but in like attainable sizes. Because I don't know if I mentioned it in a video, but I think I mentioned it in a blog post recently, Orly is one of those brands that is really, really good at creating a full color story for a collection, which is something I personally love as an artist as well. Beyond just nails, I like having a cohesive color scheme and things, and I feel like they make that really nice and easy to do with their collections that are smaller, more attainable, and it sticks, and everything just goes together or complements each other, and I really, really love that they do that. So now I think that is officially it, now that we've had our color talk and just random rambles about polish. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye!